Hi, and welcome to Colonials Weekly. My name is Jay Costa, and I serve as the athletic director at Shrewsbury High School and Oak Middle School. And my co-host?
Shawn, leader of the colony and hockey captain. So we're here today with our student ambassadors. We have Grace Garbarino, she's a senior and also captain of the volleyball team. Ryan Iagallo, senior, captain of the football and baseball team. Cam Moore, sophomore, captain of the lacrosse team. Drew O'Connell, junior, captain of Cool. That's all we really got. Yeah.
Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us today. This is something new that we're trying here at Shrewsbury High School. We would like to thank our great fans and loyal partners of TV 28 Sports for coming up over the last 25 years with being on Coach's Corner. We felt that it's been a great experience for our athletes and our coaches. And so Shawn and I decided this summer that we'd like to keep that traditions going with our producers from ETS, not ETS, from Shrewsbury Media Connection, and try to keep it more student-oriented as we go forward. We're really looking forward to this year, and Shawn will kind of go into what these guys do as student ambassadors in our school.
Yeah, so student ambassadors, they're a very important role in our school, especially for athletics. So Grace, want to tell us a little bit about it?
So our role as student ambassadors, we really try to encourage other students that aren't part of sports to come to our sports games and to have teams support other teams at our school. We go to these leadership summits where we learn about like leadership and sportsmanship, and we just try to bring those lessons that we learned back to our school.
Yeah, the leadership conferences, those are so much fun. We all really enjoy going to them. So Ryan, do you have anything planned for the upcoming fall as an ambassador?
We're gonna try to do like a bunch of events to kind of bring like more involvement into other sports who may not like get involvement. Like unlike football, like a lot of people are obviously going to the games and stuff, but other sports who may not get like the recognition they deserve. Like we're gonna try to get more like people to those games.
Now, Cam, you're only a sophomore and you're on here. What do you plan to do as a student ambassador?
I'm very excited to be a student ambassador and just kind of like see how I can like help increase my school spirit and just like get a lot of people into events.
And Drew, I know you've been around the school for a long time. What also do you plan on doing for the school?
Yeah, we're just hoping to increase school spirit, create some cool events where we can get athletes to come to other sports and other students to come to sports, whether it be crew, soccer, football, golf, all other sports. We're trying to get people involved, people happy, people spirited about our sports.
Got it. So Grace, upcoming volleyball season, do you have anything planned? What are you guys planning on doing this year?
We have a really new team this year and a lot of talent. I think we're just kind of excited to get going and get playing and kind of redeem ourselves from the way we ended our season last year.
And then what goals do you guys have for this season, for you personally and for the team?
Personally, just to kind of continue to make our whole program a family. We have a really big we focus a lot on integrating the teams together, our freshmen to the varsity girls, and as far as it goes, like game-wise, to get past the 16 round and just keep making our way through playoffs.
Got it. And now Ryan, gonna move to you. I know last year's football season you got injured in the scrimmage. That was awful. What are your goals for yourself and for the team as well?
I mean, first off, I'm trying to make it through the season healthy.
There we go.
It's kind of a goal of mine for a while.
Yeah.
But as a team, I guess, obviously make it to the playoffs and then try to go on a little run in the playoffs, which I think we have a big chance this year. We got a lot of weapons. I think this team, the camaraderie is like really good, and all the guys are in it to win it.
Sounds good. Now I'll go to Drew first because you know the fall sports kid. Drew, golf season coming up. What are your plans for it? How do you guys think you're gonna be?
Last year we had no seniors, so we got all our returners back. I think we're all excited. I think we have a good group. Everyone knows each other very well. I think we're ready to go, and we're ready to see what we can do this year.
Now, where do you guys play your matches?
We play at the Haven Country
Got it.
Club.
Great course.
In West Boylston. Yeah, we're extremely lucky.
Got it. And then Cam, I know you're a hockey and lacrosse guy, nothing with fall. So what are you doing in the fall to get ready for those sports?
In the fall to get ready for these sports, me and my other lacrosse captains have talked about doing a lot of stuff to incorporate like underclassmen as well as like our returning varsity players with like captains practices and like getting people together, get the sticks moving, and just getting ready for the season.
Got it.
So, Shawn, thank you, and thank you guys for sharing. We look at our athletic program, and we've been kind of working together through the off season and the summer, trying to get ready for all the sports this year. And one of the things that we talk about within our athletic program is effort, attitude, discipline. We were very fortunate that Coach Aloisi, our football coach, has shared that mantra with us. 3 things we can control in our life. How do you guys feel like you guys are going to see as leaders in our athletic program look to kind of promote that philosophy within our athletic program?
For sure, I'll take this one off the start. Over the summer, our captain Shawn, Matt, and Christian of the hockey team, they started summer workouts, which we never previously had, and the turnout was not great at the start. I mean, people are unsure, reasonably so, but it grew over the summer, and I think that just showed people's effort, their attitude, getting better, and the captain's doing a good job of modeling that.
Appreciate it, Drew. Appreciate it. You can?
Yeah, I think to add on to that, Salty Chin and Matty McDonough did a great job this summer having good workouts for the team.
Ryan?
With football, I guess we've been pushing the big mantra of discipline and showing up to practice on time. Because in the past years, it's been kind of a struggle for the team, and I feel like that tags into coming to school on time and showing up to your classes. Because if you're not going to show up to class, you're not really going to show up to practice. It kind of works together.
For volleyball, over the summer we have a lot of captains practices starting pretty early in the summer, as well as summer workouts, and we do things like sign up sheets for that, and I think that really pushes the underclassmen to get there and to get involved and to be disciplined to show up every day. It's always really early in the morning, and I kind of think that starting that in the summer gives them a good idea of what to look for when we get into the fall, and gives them, helps our girls become more disciplined before the season starts.
So looking at this year and the challenges that we have, I know already this fall we have 14 new coaches that we had to hire, whether they were varsity head coaches or assistant coaches at different levels. So trying to promote our stuff throughout the year will also be a learning curve for a lot of coaches. And I appreciate one of the things that we talked about at our leadership summit this summer was our values. We kind of looked at we've had a long list of values over the past couple of years, and we kind of narrowed it down to 3 words. We used the acronym ACE as far as our values: accountability, competitiveness, and empowerment. Talk a little bit about what you guys see as our values and how you want to build that within your programs.
I'll take this one again to start. For me, I'll start with the C, competitiveness. I think that's just what it comes down to. Sports in general is people being competitive, people wanting to play against each other in practices and in games, being competitive in practice, making your peers better, and just that's what will make your teams better. So that's what the C is to me.
I'll go next. I'd say accountability is a huge one. I think how much work you put in the off season and how much effort you really put in and how much you think to prepare for your next season means a lot, and especially for the lacrosse team, being accountable, getting your wall ball reps in, all that is very important.
Yeah, also off accountability in football, you have to know your plays, so you have to take it accountable on yourself to look at your plays after practice and before practice, so that you can get them down and help the team so they can feel that they can trust you during the game.
I'm going to go with empowerment. During volleyball season, we have a really big, strong program where we do big sister, little sisters, and through that program we really try to have our big sisters empower our little sisters, as well as the little sisters empowering the bigger sisters, pushing them farther throughout the season to keep working their hardest, and we do a lot of activities with that to keep that going.
So Shawn, it feels like a lot of work has been going on in the off season here. Outstanding leaders here. You can see. I think just talking about your leadership roles in our school. I mean, Cam, I can't remember the last time we've had a sophomore that has been elected captain of the team.
Yeah.
What challenges do you see in being a sophomore and being put in this pretty powerful position on your team?
I definitely think there could be some challenges, especially with for the lacrosse team. I know I'm good buddies with a lot of the upperclassmen, juniors, seniors, but some of them could be a little uncertain of my ability to be a leader. But I think I'll gain their trust over time and show that I can be a good leader.
And you guys, as far as captain-elects, your 3 sports, your 2 sports, what do you see as your role as being a captain in our program, and what leadership styles or skills do you bring to your teams?
Personally, for me, I've always thought it's really important to encourage the younger athletes across all my sports. I just feel like cheering your teammates on, giving them little pep talks before they go up and compete or before they're going into a match, or if they make a mistake, just kind of encouraging the mindset to just keep going, to learn from your mistakes. I just feel like that's a really big part of being a captain to me, is not to be like controlling or bossing, but to be more empowering for our younger athletes.
Oh yeah, going off that, like being a role model for like the younger guys, like, because you want to be someone that they can look up to and like kind of shape themselves into. Because if you're a bad captain, like they're gonna see that and follow those bad habits. So like setting like the standard and like making like forming them into someone that, like, so in the future they can be a good captain, like they can be a leader for their team.
Right. Shawn, right, you anything else for these guys?
I mean, they all had great answers. I think I'm fired up for the fall sports season. Gonna get the student section rowdy at every game, so I'll do my best to do that. And then we're gonna try to do some rally towels so that we can bring more energy to the program.
Yeah, what do you see coming up? What's our next big event? What's our big, probably, kind of an inclusive event that we have for everyone coming up?
Colonial Way. Colonial Way.
You guys want to talk about a little bit what Colonial Way is like?
Yeah, for sure. Colonial Way, if you haven't been, you gotta go. Everyone is involved in the school. All the clubs are out there. Stupco, all the class presidents, assistant presidents. They're all out there. They're holding booths. They're having fun. They're getting people involved, and you gotta go. It's a great experience.
Yeah, I had my first Colonial Way last year, and it was honestly a great way to like get introduced to the school, go to a football game, see all your friends, see all your buddies. It's a really fun experience.
Yeah, it's a little different on the playing side, but it's really cool to see the like the crowd, and like it brings a lot of attention to the game. So like running out my sophomore year versus St. John's was like an awesome experience, seeing everyone in the crowd.
Yeah, it's a really good school spirit event. I feel like everybody goes. There's food. There's, again, like they were saying, booths. I feel like those really encourage students to come and kind of see what the football games are like. So it's a great way to start off the fall.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to be shooting for Friday, October 13th.
September.
Excuse
Yeah,
me,
September.
September 13th.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you're ready. You go.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
I'm
you're
ready to
excited. So September 13th against Andover High School. Again, great atmosphere. We'll have many food trucks. But also, what I think about it just brings everyone together at the beginning of the season. We're looking forward to having everyone there.
Definitely.
So I think this will end this part of the segment, and we'll take a little break, and then we'll be bringing on some more of our student leaders as we go forward with our new Colonial Weekly. Welcome back to Colonials Weekly. Shawn, introduce our guest for this segment.
So we have, first off, Gianna, captain of the volleyball team. Josie, captain of girls soccer and basketball, right? And
Yep.
then Caroline Strickland, captain of crew.
So welcome, ladies. So tell us, season's just started, gone through the week of preseason. You guys start school tomorrow. Tell me, I know, Carolyn, you guys start tryouts today,
Yeah.
Weather permitting. So tell us, what have you guys done to prepare for the season?
So we haven't done our tryouts yet. However, over the summer we've had a decent amount of captain's practices, and there's also was a 2-day mini camp for people hoping to try out for the crew team this week, today. And that's mostly because the learning curve for crew is so immense that in order to get people to try out and accurately reflect their strengths, you have to give them a bit of guidance along the way so that they can actually show us what they can do on an erg or on the water.
Great. Josie?
For girls soccer, we actually have captain practice twice a week in the summer, so that's a lot. And then we also have twice a week is summer league, and it's a really great opportunity for girls to show up, show us what you can do, but also it really builds team camaraderie. And I got to know basically all the girls in our program this summer.
So for volleyball, we actually had a really great preseason. We work out 4 days a week, so we have 2 captain's practices along with 3 workouts. And that's just kind of a way for the girls to specifically the incoming freshmen, to kind of get used to how we work out, how much effort it actually takes, and dedication that is needed to put into the team for us to, succeed and stuff. So I think that's a really great start to a season.
So talk about the dynamic of your sports. Talk about the structure we have here at the high school. For example, I know we have 3 teams in volleyball. What's that look like? Soccer, and talk about the different levels, like the varsity boats versus the novice. Give us a little insight of what your sports are like.
Go first?
Yeah.
Right, so in rowing, there are 2 categories that you could fall into, one of them being novice, and that means that when you are registered with U.S. Rowing, you can only row 2 full seasons, and after that, you can only be varsity. So it's not like people who have been playing basketball since they were 5 years old, going in and competing against people that just started freshman year, which means that there's a lot of opportunity to find fair competition in those novice seasons. A lot of the freshmen, a lot of the sophomores coming in have never touched a boat, never been in the water, so they're going to be competing in the novice team. Then the varsity team is anyone that's going into their 3rd season or higher, and within the varsity team, we kind of separate them into different boats. We'll probably have 2 boats, the first varsity and the second varsity, which will compete against people of the same level.
For girls soccer, we have 3 teams. We have varsity, JV, and then JV2. JV2 typically is those incoming students who are freshmen, also mixed with kids who are at that level. And then we've really been working on building into a program, so it's really just like stepping stones. Like each year, typically you move up a team or you're improving to get to that highest level, which is varsity. But it really is a program. We spend a lot of time together working.
Yeah, so for volleyball, we have 3 teams, JV1, JV2, and varsity. Obviously, those 3 teams, they play separately, they practice separately. However, we really like to see the entire program as one team. So everything else besides the playing portion is done all together, and I think that's really important. So it's like the cleanups, we all have parts of that, equal parts of that. Pasta parties are all together. We all have roles for what to bring and what to expect. Bus rides are all together. We all have a great time together. Singing and cheering is also done all together. So we have the JV teams cheering together for us, and varsity always makes sure to cheer for the JV team. So we like to say that we're one big team, even though technically we are 3 separate teams.
Thank you. So Shawn, I mean, looking at, here's just 3 of our sports that we offer. We actually offer 11 different sports in the fall, where we include cheerleading, field hockey, golf,
Country, right?
cross country, football. We had 651
That's
athletes
amazing.
register for
That's amazing.
fall sports, which
Yeah.
is amazing. I wish we could keep them all.
Yeah.
But let's talk about you guys as leaders in being able to balance what you do. Like, you guys did a really good job at the freshman orientation, talking about what it's like to be an athlete here. Talk a little bit about your experiences as an athlete and the challenges that you face as an athlete, as far as like managing all the stuff you do.
I can go. The biggest thing for me is being on a team actually helps me. The biggest thing kids struggle with is time management, figuring out that schoolwork, the social part, and obviously being on a team and being competitive. It's a big commitment, but it's also like, it helps every other one. Like when I know I have practice after school, I'm getting my homework done early so I can hang out with my team, so I can go to pasta parties, so I can compete my best in the games. And I think just really having that community in the high school also just makes the overall experience better. Like I know I'm gonna have people saying hi to me in the hallways, and I'm gonna have automatic friends in class, and it really just makes it easier.
For me particularly, yeah, having a schedule with practice in it definitely helps. When I'm at the end of the season and I have that first week without practice, I know I have no idea what to do with myself. It's really good because I know when I get home I have to do my homework, and any time that I might spend not knowing when to socialize and when I have to lock in and do my homework, I can socialize all throughout crew practice with my friends that are on the team. So when I'm out of the season, out of the practice, I can fully focus on my academics, and that helps the balance rather than just having a block of free time after school where I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that when I'm productive in one aspect of my life, so like sports, for example, I'm also productive in the other. So just being able to like get up and get going will make me also want to like continue that throughout the day. It leaves me like no time to procrastinate, which I think is a big issue like in the off season. So honestly, like I think some people see during season as an issue with getting schoolwork done. However, I see it as the opposite, and I actually feel a lot more productive during season than off season.
So what advice would you give a freshman coming in right now playing high school sports? Because I think while we offer a really good middle school program, it's kind of limited on schedule, kind of staying off the weekends and having to do that. What advice would you give that freshman coming in or even trying a whole new sport?
I would say to definitely just stay organized as best as you can. Take advantage of your time. Obviously, with game days and traveling, you usually don't get home until late. However, you do have time during that day to complete your work, whether it's on the bus, whether it's during warm up of the other of the other team in the program. So like varsity's warming up, you can do your work, vice versa. So I think that really taking advantage of the little moments in your day where you can finish your work and stuff, you definitely should take advantage of that. That way, when you get home, you're not up super late. You can get good rest and be prepared for the next day.
I think the biggest thing for me is be committed to work hard. You got to work hard in your academics and you have to work hard on your team, but I think that's part of what makes it fun. And like, you have this whole group surrounding you of kids who've already been through it. They can help you with chemistry, they can help you with math, and they can help you with figuring out how to navigate the high school. I think so, having that team, but also just saying, hey, I'm going to do this and I'm going to put my best foot forward.
I think taking advantage of downtime, in particular during regattas for crew, is very important. Sometimes we're gone up in Lowell for 10 hours on one day, but you're only racing for around 20 minutes of that. So other than that, yes, you're cheering on your team, you're carving up, you're getting ready, mentally preparing, but there's also a degree of time management that you have to do there, or you can do your homework there and get everything done during that time. So it's not, I get home at 10 o'clock and I have to figure out what to do. It's already done, I can go to bed. Also using your resources that you're given. Being on a sports team is not just you have to give your time, you also get a lot of support in return. Like Josie said, the upperclassmen, I know my freshman and sophomore year were very supportive. The men's crew team in particular had a bit more regimented, almost tutor buddies. My sophomore or freshman year, I believe, because of the odd timing of their practices, they would stay at the high school and help underclassmen with their work and then drive them to practice. So it's not just something that kind of interrupts your academics, it's also something that can support you and get something that you might have to take 30 minutes to do outside of crew. It could take you 10 minutes to do with all the help from your teammates.
So Shawn, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
I don't either.
Knowing that what kind of students they are, it's a lot of work. What challenges do you face? I mean, you know, you got to kind of season to prepare yourself mentally. You're going to be our hype guy, getting everything going at this school. What challenges do you see?
Boy, I got to figure out, I mean, applying for colleges, all that. I got to figure out how to balance that, go to almost every game that I can go to, figure that out, and also get ready for hockey season. It's going to be a lot, but I think I can definitely handle it. That's why I got picked for it. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So, what are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to get out of the season, and what do you hope the expectations? What are the expectations for your programs?
Well, honestly, I'm just really excited to get going. I think that obviously preseason was awesome. Everybody shows like a really strong mentality, so that just makes me really like excited to see, you know, how our teams are gonna do. We had a really great season last year. However, I do think that we can do a lot better. We lost 10 seniors, which was sad. However, I do think we are going to come back a lot stronger because, again, everybody's mentality is like the same. We all strive for the same goals. We want to get far for playoffs. We want to go to district. So we have a lot of goals, and I'm excited to see how we strive for that.
Yeah. I'm really excited for girls soccer especially because we're really working on rebuilding our culture right now, which is actually really exciting because there's so much positive energy and just involvement going around the entire program. And I think now is really exciting time because we get the chance to make it competitive and make it inclusive and make it all those things that you want sports to be. And I think with that, we can have a really successful season.
I'm so excited for this season. There's so many different things that seem to be falling into place and so many different new things for us. At the end of September, we might be competing in a regatta at Winnipesaukee, which no one in the program has ever competed at.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be such a new venue for us to explore and for us to experience. I'm really looking forward to that. Also, the Shrewsbury crew team has always been a bit bottom heavy when it comes to the demographics of people on the team. I am part of probably the largest senior class on the crew team in a while. The year before us, we had probably around 4 seniors. Year before that, 3 seniors, and now we have around 8, almost a full boat. I'm really looking forward to having our last hurrah and having a really strong team together. I'm also looking forward to the food. Shrewsbury crew has the best food, I think, of all the teams. Shout out to FOSC and the food committee. We get good hot cider, good egg sandwiches, and I'm looking forward to that, certainly.
That's a great segment. I mean, if it wasn't for the Friends of Shrewsbury crew, the stuff they do. If you ever been to a crew race, you got to go. It's like a big giant tailgate. Being down on the bridge and hanging out with everyone and cheering on. I know that the athletes appreciate it on the water. And again, I can't thank the Friends of Shrewsbury crew and the board and all they do in raising money for the program. I know Coach, his wife donated a boat. It's a very expensive sport, and all the work that they do is just amazing. Which also kind of talks about Shrewsbury Booster Club. Exciting to announce that our Shrewsbury Booster Club in June actually invested $62,000 towards a $100,000 renovation for our weight room that all athletes will be able, and all students will be able to enjoy. So I'll be out there this fall. We're probably bringing some of you with me, looking to get some donations for our weight room and finding ways to support all our students here. Energy is incredible. I don't know. What do you think, Shawn? Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
It's great. So, kind of like a tradition when the old Coach's Corner was talking about something that you're planning in the future. What are you guys thinking? I know you're in that beginning of the application process. What are you looking at? Big, small schools, sports at the next level? What do you got?
I know I'm definitely looking into a couple of D1 programs as well as club programs. Talking to some people at Lehigh right now, so nothing's in writing yet, but I'm looking forward to continuing my crew experience into college because that really is the main arena for rowing. I'm really excited to explore that.
Yeah. For me, looking to stay in New England. Don't want to go too far, and I'm definitely looking to try to play soccer in college at the varsity level or in club because being on a team is really important to me, and I've had a great experience at Shrewsbury, so I hope to continue that.
Yeah, for me, I obviously have a passion for my sport. I love my sport, and I do have an opportunity to play at the next level. However, I'm open to every option. I'm open to playing club. I'm open to playing varsity. So I think that honestly, I just want to see what ends up playing out for me. I'm a big, strong believer in everything happens for a reason. So yeah, I'm kind of just seeing how it plays out for me.
It's great. It's great. Well, I mean, awesome first show so far, huh?
Definitely.
It was great. The energy, we wish you all the best of luck. Best of luck on your future endeavors, but also, and I'm sure you guys will be on again, but also into your seasons. And again, our goal is to hopefully advertise and get you guys to go as many games as possible. And I don't know, Shawn, the energy is really good.
We're all up right now. We're all up. Yeah.
Pretty good. I feel like a rookie here. You're a pretty well experienced guy.
I mean, Miss Herbert TV program helped me out quite a bit. So yeah.
Well, it's going to be a pleasure working with you all year. I'm excited. Thank you to all of you, and thank you to the people that were on before. And we'd like to thank you for joining us in Colonial Weekly. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.